Hi everyone, this is Warren from the Rhapsody Piano Studio. I want to welcome you to today's live lesson. We're going to be working on Open Arms by Journey. Journey is awesome, by the way. And this is going to be for easy piano. You can find music in the sheet music in the video description. And also, after you are done with this lesson, go ahead and test your knowledge out to see if you're really understanding all the things I'm teaching you in these lessons, and click the tutorial as well so you can watch it in its entirety. And also, if you really understand the concepts I'm showing you today, you should be able to just skip to the parts you want to practice. Okay? Alright, so this is Open Arms once again, and before we start, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed, and also notification bell if you want to get notifications and reminders, notices of when I go live. And also you can catch up with my you can keep what was I gonna say, updated with my daily tutorials. There you go. Okay, this is Open Arms. We're just gonna practice one little part at a time like usual. Just gonna call this small chunking. Okay, all right. If you think about eating a pizza, this is what I tell the students all the time. It's like, the way they think about small chunking is like, how would you eat a pizza? Well, before you eat a pizza, you have to divide it into slices, then you proceed to eating. Okay. Anyway, it'll make sense once we start. Here we go. Beginning. Let's see where this first section ends. Okay, so we're stopping at measure 9. This is softly. Okay. So that's about 9 measures. Now, if this is too much for you, because it possibly might be, because some of these I have to think about what part is going to be good for like a beginner or someone who is easy piano. So if these sections I'm giving you, if it's too long, just make sure you just shorten it. Okay, so you can split it in half, do it in thirds, whatever. It really doesn't matter. Okay, same principles apply. You just have to shorten the sections you're working on until your concentration allows you to do longer sections. Okay, but for today, we'll just go with the sections I am showing you. From the beginning, here is just the right hand all the way to measure 9. Okay, then we're gonna try it together. Now, if you're not ready for this step, just rewind and keep watching it until you are ready to try it with me. It's pretty much the essence of what I teach. I try to keep it as simple as possible, so it's just like listening to how it sounds first, trying it out yourself, and then going back, listening to it again, and then trying it with me to make sure you're doing it correctly, whatever combination you can try. By the way, repetitions don't really matter as much, so you don't have to sit there and do it like 20 times perfectly in a row. Okay? All right, here's the right hand. Let's try it together. Ready, set, go. Okay, and here's the left hand. And instead of actually just counting with the rhythm, let me just show you the changes it goes through from here. Yeah, I much prefer practicing these types of situations, these patterns like this, because it's kind of pointless to count it the whole way, because if you play both hands together anyway, the rhythm will take care of itself. So let me show you one more time. We have thirds going down. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm just talking about the distance intervals in between. So this is 3 notes apart. 1, 2, 3. That's what we call thirds. Okay, so thirds going down. Sixth, resolving 2 up. Fifth, sixth, fifth, seventh, third. Okay, let me show you one more time. And if you're starting out with piano too, if you are, depending on what level you're at, especially if you're new to this, then identifying the intervals will really help you to to just play. Okay, is both hands from the beginning. Okay, so that's the first section. Do it however. What is this? Something on my count. So do that however many times you want. Man, okay. Sorry, I'm a bit of a neat freak. Okay, do that however many times you want. You can just do it enough times and then come back to it later on in your session. Okay. Here is the next part. Similar and slight differences, so I think it's enough to kind of break it down one hand at a time. Stopping on We Sailed, that is measure 17. Here we go. Right hand together. Ready, set, go. Back to left hand. Now these patterns are all the same, so we're going to skip ahead to measure 15. It's all about trying to find shortcuts, not cheating, by the way, just finding shortcuts in practice like this. Yeah, skipping repeated sections that are note for note, or even similar in that regard, and then just going to, practice the parts that need to be practiced, okay? So skipping ahead to 15 to 17, saving time here. That's literally it. That's the basic pattern, okay? So you could practice it like so if you want. All right, let's try it together. Here we go. Ready, set, go. All right. Now what I would do is just go back to measure 11 and then put it together both hands. Give it a listen. I guess we could try it for measure 9. Makes more sense. Okay, let's try it together. Softly whisper. Ready, set, go. Now, I'm going to go back to the beginning and put it all together so far because I think the next part, going into different territory with the music. So let's try it all the way from the beginning. Try it with me together if you can. If not, just sit back and listen, okay? Ready, set, go. Going on from sailed. Okay, sounds like, to me, if I did a little bit more analysis, I might find a different spot, but this sounds like a good place to stop. This is measure 21. Here's just a right hand. And I don't know if you're noticing, but I'm always stopping at the next note for the next section. That way you don't have to practice connecting it. It just automatically practices. You get the connection right there, okay? Here's the right hand. Let's try it together. Sailed on together. Ready, set, go. Okay, left hand. Chord right here. Minor chord. Fifth down to D, and then show you that again from here to here, and try to follow along if you can. I'm not really counting these. I'm not really counting them, by the way. Okay, back to both hands, sailed. Okay, let's try that together. Sailed on. Ready, set, go. Okay, I'm gonna look ahead the next couple pages. All right. Let's see if I can remember that. Okay. Try to memorize the measure of the next page so I don't have to keep flipping. All right, here we go. Next part. Here you are. I'm gonna double check that. Yeah, I got it. Okay. All right. So it's from here to the beginning of the next page. Here's just the right hand. Okay, let's try it together. Here you are. This is measure 21. Ready, set, go. Okay, back to left hand. Let me just show you these changes. Again, let's not count these. So you count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Kind of pointless here. Okay, so just watch the first time. Okay, so we have third going to a fifth, more fifths. Now fifth to a sixth while keeping the bottom note. Back to a fifth, seventh, and then technically this is also a fifth. Okay, so let me show you one more time. Okay, let's together. Ready? I'm not really counting these, but just follow along if you can. Ready, set, go. Alright, now back to both hands. Okay, let's try that together. Ready, set, go. Now, we're going to put it together from measure 17, sailed, before we move on to the next page. And actually, after that, I'm going to play the whole thing from the beginning, the first 2 pages. So you're just kind of building these small sections up into bigger parts, and that's basically it. Okay, sailed on. This is measure 17. Do it with me. Ready, set, if you can. Otherwise, just sit back and listen like I was talking about. All right, ready, set, go. Back to the beginning here at the first 2 pages. Ready, set, go. Next 2 pages, and looks like that's it for this song. I want to ask you guys if you are finding this lesson valuable. If you like this video so far, go ahead and give it a like. It really does help a lot. Okay, let's keep going from come to you. This is the chorus. Right hand. have thirds here. So next pattern, going in sixths. Okay, you're gonna keep the top note on nothing. Bottom note goes down into a seventh. Now here, get ready to play a thumb on, or a black key with your thumb here. Believe. And we have a seventh. Okay, so let me show you that one more time. Alright, we're going to try that together. This is 27 to 35. Ready, set, go. Okay, now left hand. Look at the pattern here. That's the pattern. I would just do this first. Okay, starting on F. Now, next pattern. It's the same thing. You're just switching to A. Okay, so first time around too, if you're not used to this, just break it down. Let's do octaves. Now, when you get comfortable with that, add that middle note in there. Okay, this is a fifth from the bottom. Okay, a fourth from the top if you want to think of it that way too. Okay, so octave first, then that. Now just practice this, doing that a bunch of times, because you do this way, you practice muscle memory, and then now we just do it regularly the way it's written. Yeah, I really like this way of practicing because it's about trying to recognize the pattern, and a lot of students are not able to figure out what the pattern is if they're just looking one note at a time. Okay, keeping it going. There's another pattern you can practice, just this. Nothing to hide, believe what I, and then say. Same thing here, look. Here's the next thing to practice, going from here. Okay, and then simplifying it if you can. You take the octave, then you can just do this. Just put an octave first, and back to F, then put it back in. Okay? Basically, a concept that will help you is when you're practicing something and trying to do it in the most efficient way as possible with the least amount of repetitions as possible. Just think about what can you subtract, what can you take out, and then just put it back in later. Alright? Okay, powerful concept that can help. Alright, let me show you the left hand again, 27 to 35. Try it together. Ready, set, go. Okay, back to both hands. Okay, so actually funny enough, nothing to hide. I kind of forgot about the notes here in the left hand, but because I know the pattern, I just made something up. And that's kind of the essence to playing by ear. Not that I'm any good at it, but you know, just like a little example there. All right, both hands again. Here we go. Ready, set, go. All right, we're gonna keep going. 35 to 42. So from here, the only difference is here I am. So if you look back up at 27, come to you. Everything else is the same, okay? Here I am, come to you. All right, now 39, let's see if there's anything different here. All right, so instead of believe, like the first time, they're doing this. It's the same harmony, same pattern, okay? Ah, no, instead of doing this, they're just going straight down to the E flat. Okay, Okay, and then arms. We're gonna stop right there. Okay. Now, let's go back to. Well, let me show you those differences first. I don't think it's really necessary to totally practice this part. I'm just gonna show you the minor differences. So back to here, I am, that part again, okay? And then what your love. Remember the first time, it was come to you, believe. So come to you, that's 27, 28. Measure 27, 28. Believe 32 to 33. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now if we go back to 35, measure 35, 36. Okay, and then what your love means, this is 39 to, or 40 to 41. So instead of, we have this. Okay, and then the next part is a little bit different. Okay, so we're gonna put all that together. 35 to 43, listen one time. Okay, let's try that together. Ready, set, go. Now we're going to go back and put the first page together, 27 to 43. Try it with me if you can. If not, sit back and relax and listen. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Okay, now this is the last page, and what was I going to say? Okay, so we have multiple endings, well, two endings here. So the way I like to do it, I like to practice each ending separately first, okay? And then you can practice a couple measures before, so you can practice connections with that. So if we look at, well, let's do 43 to 45, or 40, what is this? 51. So going to the first ending or the second ending, all right? So here's open arms. So there's the first option, second option, which is basically the same thing. Well, not the same thing. Different harmony here in the left hand, okay? All right, so just doing this. If you're doing the first ending, or if you're gonna skip it, just practicing to the second ending. Okay? So now let's go back, and to measure 45, we're gonna practice the first ending if you're gonna take the repeat. Okay, I'm gonna look back. I want to see where it connects. Oh, it goes right back to the beginning, very beginning. Okay. So, anyway. All right, so left hand, quick pattern breakdown. Not anything new here. Same progression as the beginning, actually. Here, same thing as, remember that? Now, this part could be tricky. Making sure your second finger comes over. It's kind of like this. This is what I would practice here, actually. You look at my hand. I'm trying to keep my hand and arm relatively still. Not tense, but still. So a lot of time when you're doing crossovers, I see a lot of students do this. You know, like all sorts of awkward stuff. Look, all you have to do is move your finger, okay? That's it. Small motions, just use small motions. So if your small body parts, little fingers. Another concept that will help, just it's a small motion, okay? If we're doing like octaves, then you are using more of your, bigger body parts. But here, it's just your finger, look. Should be appropriate, okay? All right, so that's really the only part to practice. If you do the right hand, let's see what the melody is here. All right, let me try it again. Kind of the same thing. Okay, so let me show you both hands one more time. Now if I back it up to measure 42, the last beat of 42, to pick up to 43, I just want to play it so you can hear what the first ending sounds like with the repeat, okay? Okay, now we're going to go to the second ending. Okay, so left hand. Very simple. Okay, so here. Watch these notes. That's it. Now if we look at the right hand. Now here, what would they do? I'll give you a couple options. You can do a 1. That way you don't have to use so much pedal here. Doing this. But you know, I kind of find that awkward even myself. I would just use the thumb here, connect it with the pedal. Hear that? And then, if you can use a pedal well, that is, okay? Anyway, if you can't, then just do it the other way. Maybe even doing that, switching to a 5. And when you connect this, the key is not to let go before you start the next roll. If you're not using pedal at all, okay, you want to at least connect it to the thumb. You hear that? And then when you get good at this, doing that roll, okay? All right, let's go back to both hands. Okay, now I'm gonna back it up to measure 42, same place, open arms, and then practicing going into the second ending. Actually, it's not as easy as you might think, because it's like you have to kind of, if you're tracking the music with your eyes, you have to just jump straight to that part. If you're not used to it, that's gonna be something you need to practice. All right, open arms to the end. Try it with me if you can. I played the wrong part. All right, let's do that again. And that is it for today's lesson. Now, I want to, just a quick recap. Make sure you review this video, this lesson, as many times as you need to, so you understand the concepts I'm using in here. And the way to test that out is to see if you're understanding what I'm saying and teaching you in these lessons, is to go to the video tutorial after you're done. Again, that is in the cards or the video description below. So you can test out the knowledge to see if you can do it yourself, okay? And also don't forget to pick up the sheet music. And last but not least, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And if you haven't liked this video, then you probably don't like it. Tell me why. But if you do like it, then like it. All right, cool. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy day to watch this video. I truly appreciate you guys. I will see you next time, and happy practicing.